Hello, my church family. It's good to be with you through this new format that we're using all the time. The elders and ministers of this church want to know how much we appreciate how you've remained faithful to God and faithful to this church during this pandemic. Your ability to be flexible and remain positive in this has been a blessing for all of us, and we want you to know we appreciate it. With this situation changing almost daily, we feel a stronger need to stay more in touch with you and communicate better with you about our plans and our goals. The leadership team met last Wednesday night to discuss our plans going forward in this very difficult environment. Our challenge is balancing our desire to gather and worship together with our desire to keep all of our members safe. Our prayerful thought is that we want to share these few items with you. Between now and May the 20th, the leadership team will again meet to review the results of the governor's Phase 1 program. We feel strongly that we need to wait and review the impact of that initiative before we make any permanent decisions. Until then, we as a church family will continue to work under our current guidelines. That means that all activities at the building will be canceled. The church office will remain closed and the staff will continue to work from home. You'll still be able to reach us and contact us through the website or through the phone at the office and leave us a message, or you can always call one of the shepherds. Live streaming of the Sunday Assembly will continue as it has, along with a recorded video for the Sunday Assembly, and each of our daily Bible studies with Jeff and myself and Kevin will continue each day. As we begin to make plans for when we're back together and these restrictions are eased, we think it's important for you to understand that even though we're back together, things will be considerably different for a while. Wisdom requires that social distancing guidelines remain in place for the church, and particularly for a church our size for the foreseeable future. With that in mind, we want to share these thoughts with you and ask you to be in prayerful anticipation of these changes. Social distancing guidelines will require that we have several smaller assemblies on Sunday with spacing guidelines enforced throughout the auditorium. These social distancing guidelines will be strictly enforced, with no exceptions being allowed. And if you don't feel like you can abide by these guidelines, then we would encourage you to stay home and take advantage of the recorded or the streaming service. Social distancing guidelines will prevent us from having Bible classes for a while. Our nursery services and our child care services will not be available during this period of time. Communion service is very valuable to us and it will continue, but it will look differently. We'll have to serve it in a different and a safer format. So, thank you again for the way you're handling these challenging times. While this time has been hard on our ability to enjoy our personal fellowship and our interactions, we feel that in many ways the church has actually thrived and even grown during this time. Please be in prayer for us as the shepherds of this flock. We want to be wise stewards of all that God has blessed us with, and our chief blessing in all this is you, our church members. Thank you for your cooperation. Stay safe.